What's up, guys? Welcome back to Viewer Castles. Today we're going to start off with Alankushu. His castle level's only 11, so we're just going to run through it really quick. See if, monsters are in the correct positions and stuff like that. Little things that I can help out with at these lower levels, because there's really not all that much available to lower level players. You really have to get up to like level 20 before castle building becomes all that good. I do like that you pulled through the wall. That's something that, a lot of lower level people won't do. I think all of this is pretty much fine. Like, I like archers early on. Let's see what specialization this guy's on. Okay, enrage, that's okay. Raising Hell is pretty good as well on in the lower levels. Just because you don't have the big AoEs that Bone Puppeteers have for their support spells. Obviously Raising Hell is affected by that as well, but since you don't have a bunch of trash mobs, you only have like a couple archers, it doesn't take him long to resurrect everything. But I think Enrage is fine. Again, pull through the wall. Nothing close to really take advantage of it that much, but it's not bad. It's almost always correct to pull through the wall unless you have specific reasons. Like, if you're doing a castle like I just built, where you have segments that you allow the person to fight in and you have traps in between, it's hard to pull everything through the wall because you have to have certain rooms that allow for that, choke behavior. I'm not actually seeing many traps though, and traps are huge. You really want to get those in your castle as soon as possible. I don't know if you had any earlier on, but so far I haven't really noticed any. Usually I ignore the traps for the most part and just kind of go through, but definitely not seeing any. So that's something you'll want to add in. I'm not sure if this group was skippable or not, because the pull for it was all the way down at this wall, it looked like, and I might have been able to hug this wall and get around it. Definitely check that to make sure that that's not skippable. Yeah, for the most part I think this is all fine. Maybe spread the archer out a little bit, so, I mean, he's not really going to get volleyed anyway because you have the Defenatron there. Same as this, normally this would be really bad because you have, it's really easy to volley this and kill a lot of stuff, but the Defenatron blocks off a lot of that damage. The only thing I would say is the Puppeteer should be back a little farther. Maybe you could, I mean, you don't need to spread out the Smelly Warriors, but I wouldn't really have two Smelly Warriors in the same group anyway. Change one of them to an Archer, probably. And then obviously Traps is huge. Because you want to put pressure on the person as they're fighting this group, I'm constantly trying to dodge these smelly warriors and not take damage from them. And if you have a spinning fire trap right here, I'm going to take damage from that as I'm trying to pull back and, maneuver around this group. Alright, and then we have Scorpio double Zeke, which is quite good for damage. This is probably where you'll get most of your kills if you get them at all. It's really hard to get kills if someone's really good about using potions. But this combo, I would actually change the Zeke to Pinstrike though. Or not the Zeke, the Scorpio to Pinstrike, so you can bash them back and then get your Zeke shots. Because that's what you're really going for, is both of those Zekes to hit at least 1 or 2 arrows. And that should be enough damage, hopefully, to kill some lower level people. Not too bad of a castle. Just really have to add traps in it as soon as you can. We'll jump into number 2 in just a second. Alright, next up we have Christ of Romul. I think I ran his castle sometime a week or 2 ago. I don't really remember. Maybe this was the first time, and I just remember the name from adding it. Alright, so let's see. I don't see any mobs so far. Alright. Not sure if this is a fake or if it got pulled through this. It probably got pulled through this. Yeah, it did. I see them coming now. So I'll wait for it in kind of a more safe spot, like right here. Squidly, Zeke, Puppeteer. Alright. Also, this is a level 20 castle if I didn't say it, so it's going to be difficult for me to get through on my night. I'm going to try though. If that was my archer, I would have been able to DPS the Zeke down. But the heals kept me from doing that, so. I didn't take too much damage though. And as people always tell me, I should use Healing Strike more, but I don't. because I forget about it, because I don't play Knight all that much. Alright, so this isn't a bad group, although the two Cyclopses charge away from the Defendatron, so the AoE isn't nearly as effective as it would be in other groups. So that's something to keep in mind, like it might be better to combo it with something else, like an Archer or a Stairmaster or something. This group, if I was an Archer, I would definitely volley this, even though it's going to give attack speed to the two Stairmasters. I would probably volley it from back here and like roll behind this wall. That would make it so that these two guys won't teleport out of the volley. As it is now, I just have to deal with these guys, which is going to be super annoying. And I definitely need to deal with the healer as soon as possible. Alright. Okay, so far I'm doing okay. Taking a little bit of damage, but I'm constantly using Healing Strike, trying to keep that in my mind. That's why I'm not talking as much. Trying to focus on actually getting through these groups. That one was fine though. Alright, I'm not going to double pull. I'll take it slow to actually make it through. Alright, so Zeke, we want to kill him as quickly as possible. Preferably before he gets healed, which I did that time. Alright. That one wasn't too bad. The Puppeteer was definitely a little bit later to the party than I think the previous one was. So you'll want to take a look at that just to see if you can make him a little bit quicker, because I was able to kill the Zeke here as he was like rounding the corner. Pete Palmores are really annoying for Knights to deal with at this level. I definitely need to kill off this Puppeteer before I can do anything. Alright, not too bad. You just have to stun lock them for as long as possible. You're going to take some damage, but if you can keep them stunned and kick them away when your cooldowns are resetting, that's the easiest way to deal with it. Again, I need to kill off this Puppeteer if I can find it. It's even worth smiting if I have to. I think this castle would be significantly easier on an Archer, because a lot of the groups that you're using, like Pete Poundmore and Stairmasters on Teleport and stuff like that, are pretty easy for Archers to kill. Alright, bunch of derps. This is probably going to be a Dr. Skull pull, so I'm going to pull it back to a previous room. I didn't see the two smelly archers. Those kind of came out in front. I'm guessing they were supposed to be behind the derps. At least that's the way that I would have done it if I had two smelly archers there. So you'll want to take a look at that, see if you can speed up the derps or slow down the archers a little bit. Alright. So I'm guessing Dr. Skull will be the next group, but we'll see. No, doesn't look like it, which is fine. Or wait, yeah it is. There he is. some reason I thought I saw a Zeke in here. Maybe it was just an archer. Alright, he's dead. Now I just have to deal with the skeletons. Alright. Squidly, Zeke. I don't know what this derp's gonna pull, but I'm not gonna double pull like I said. I probably can't kill 2 groups worth of mobs with my knight at level 20. This time your puppeteer was within range, but he tried to heal him like as he got like pulled, I think, and then he got out of range, so he had to like step forward. I think that's what happened at least. But it's kind of the same group. I'm noticing like a pattern in rooms at least, and in the groups. Which is fine, but the problem is once someone gets good at dealing with that like one set of problems, that one set of mobs in the specific group, it's going to be kind of easy for them. And obviously I'm going to time out here, which is going to happen because I'm talking and not going through as quickly as possible, but no big deal. I'm guessing the boss room is going to be the next room anyway. And again, I need to remember to track down these puppeteers because I can't actually DPS through them like I can on my archer. But yeah, like I was saying, if you have the same set of problems with the same rooms, there's like nothing different about it. Once someone gets good at dealing with that without using a potion, they can do it over and over and over again. So you want to kind of present people with different problems that they have to solve. Like this one might be a problem. This one might be an issue to actually get through. I have to kill the puppeteer first. And it's going to be annoying because of this Defendatron. Yeah, this is definitely an annoying boss room for a knight to deal with. For an archer, not so much. They would just have to time out the Defendatron, wait for him to use his AoE, and as soon as it's about to turn off, you drop a volley on all of it. Sure, the things will teleport out of the way, but they'll probably be about, you know, a half-life by the time they get out of it, so... Luckily, I have one more potion that I'm going to use now. Alright, I made it. I ended up timing out, and probably would have still timed out if I hadn't been talking, because it took me a while to get through that boss room. Pretty good castle against a knight. I would say it's going to struggle a little bit against archers, just because Stairmasters are pretty easy for archers to clean up, and then Peat Polymorphs are very easy if they have Caltrops or Bear Traps to slow them down or stun them. But yeah, we'll jump into number 3 in just a second. Alright, lastly we have Shark Ice, castle levels of 21. I'll jump into my archer even though it's going to be pretty hard, pretty easy. I was thinking about doing it on my knight, but I don't think I can do 2 levels above, considering how hard the level 20 castle was. I should be looking for angles and stuff like that. Like, I think you had your angles blocked off there where I couldn't hit the Defendatron, but I'm not 100% sure without testing it. Alright, there's a vamp up here. I want to try to auto-attack and, you know, aggro things that way so I can see exactly what the group is. Alright, so two vamps. Those aren't going to be too difficult to take care of. I do like that, you know, it can pull you into this jelly wall and stuff, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Basically, it's just a Scorpio there that you have to deal with. The vamps aren't a huge concern. And then Mega Muttons, they're good at level 22. I would say probably second strongest level. They're probably better at level 26, and then obviously the fire is still quite weak, so they're not that great at level 22, let's be honest. Because their auto attack damage isn't high enough. At level 26, at least it goes up to almost ×3 auto attack damage. Alright, Cyclops on that is fine. What is this? A Pete Poundmore. The Pete Poundmore here, if you notice him, you can kind of easily headshot him down. And then it makes it a lot easier. So, I don't know, if you can move him... I don't know, this room is very difficult to block off angles with. Like, you might be able to put a mine or something here, but I don't think you could fit the Pete Poundmore behind it. So you would, if you were trying to do that, you'd have to switch this out for like a spike trap or something, and then put a mine here, maybe a mine next to it, put the Pete Poundmore behind it or something. But as it is, if you notice that Pete Poundmore, you can headshot him pretty easily. Alright, so some Stairmasters, I would just drop a volley there because they're kind of out in the open. I would say move them back a little bit if you could. Would be the best thing to do. Because, you know, I can see them pretty easily, but if they were moved back behind this wall more, I might be coming around here and not notice them until after I aggro it, like, right up next to them, which would be pretty good for you. Alright, kill the snowman, so I'm on the board. I have one snowman kill, I believe, for the competition. As of right now, which it's like a day after the snowman competition came out when I'm recording this, so I might farm a few. See if I can find like a snowman castle or something that I can farm. Alright, Pete Poundmore. We're just going to drop bear traps here. Well, that was an awkward bear trap to drop, but it's fine. 6,000 damage to a bad dog. Poor guy. Alright. This group's fine. I was thinking that it might have been skippable if I hugged the wall. That's why I tried to do that. But it's not. The Zeke, I think that this angle is not blocked off. I can easily headshot that Defendatron down. It'd be difficult to do it in a room like this, so I don't know. Alternatively, you could probably like put him inside of this doorway, have the Zeke right here and the Defendatron behind it if you wanted to do something like that, where there's like no surprise factor, you know? I think that would be better than where you have it now. And then put the Puppeteer obviously like somewhere out here where he can fit, like back here or something. Although, I don't remember, did you pull something through the wall here? That might be the reason why you had it like that. I don't know. It's not a huge deal. But you should try to block off those angles the best you can. Same as like this one, which boss rooms are very difficult to not have it so that I can hit this Defendatron. Sometimes you can do it with mines, and if you put them far enough back, maybe people won't do it often. Alright, then there's a Dr. Skull. I didn't get to notice exactly what the specialization that Dr. Skull was on. I'm guessing either in Rage or Healing, because it's a boss room and that's the only time you use Dr. Skull. So I'm guessing it's some sort of support, which is fine. Probably in Rage. I did see in Rage go off, but I think it was the Puppeteer. But yeah, that's a fine boss room. It should do okay. I think that you should put the Zeke a little farther back, though. Unless he's on Spread Eagle. Again, I didn't notice that either. I wasn't really paying too much attention to it. But, yeah, it's not a bad boss room. So, that's number 3, so we'll end the video here. As always, if you enjoyed, please subscribe. If you want to be a part of ViewerCast, you can email me at frenzycastleruns@hotmail.com. There's a spreadsheet in the description that you can check to see when your castle is going to be coming up in Viewer Castles. I do like 3 a day. They're all kind of spread out so you can see. What else? I only update that spreadsheet like once a week, so if you don't see your name on it immediately after you email me or whatever, just wait a couple of days and I should update it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.